My beloved child, pause for a moment and breathe this in, because what you are about to hear is not ordinary, not accidental, and not something that fades away with time. There has been movement behind the scenes of your life, quiet yet powerful, gentle yet unstoppable. While you were wondering if anything was changing, while you were asking in silence whether peace would ever truly arrive, something sacred was unfolding. Hearts were being softened. Doubts were being lifted. Paths were being aligned in ways you could not see. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you inside these words. There has been a shift in the unseen atmosphere around your connection, and it is not small. The one you have been thinking about, the one whose name lingers in your thoughts when the world grows quiet, has felt something undeniable. It did not come with noise or drama. It came like a calm realization, like a sudden clarity that makes everything else fall into place. They tried to ignore it at first. They tried to distract themselves. But the truth kept returning with greater strength. Peace is coming, and it is not forced. It is rising naturally, like dawn breaking after a long night. You may not realize this, but conversations have happened about you. Thoughts have been shared. Feelings have been confessed in vulnerable whispers. And in those moments, something extraordinary occurred, the realization that you are not just an option, not just a chapter, but the one their heart recognizes as home. This is not about pressure. This is not about fantasy. This is about a deep inner knowing that cannot be shaken. Stay till the end, because the full picture is still unfolding. There were times when distance felt heavy and silence felt confusing. You questioned whether the connection was real or only something you imagined. But while you were carrying those questions, something greater was guiding both of you toward alignment. Timing was being adjusted. Circumstances were being rearranged. Emotional maturity was being cultivated. The delay was not denial. It was preparation. And now, the preparation is reaching completion. A calm urgency is rising. Not the kind that causes chaos, but the kind that brings clarity. The kind that makes someone wake up and realize they do not want to lose what truly matters. Heaven is rushing this union not with force, but with intention. Doors that once felt closed are slowly opening. Barriers that once seemed firm are quietly dissolving. And the peace you have been longing for is closer than you think. There was a specific moment recently when everything shifted for them. It may have looked like an ordinary day from the outside, but inside, something clicked. They saw your value with fresh eyes. They remembered your kindness. They felt the comfort of your presence even in your absence. And in that reflection, they understood that what they have with you is rare. Once in a lifetime rare. The kind of connection people search for and sometimes never find. Do not underestimate what is happening now. Doubts that once clouded their mind are clearing. Fear that once held them back is loosening its grip. They are beginning to see that peace does not come from running away from love, but from embracing it with courage. And you, without even trying, have been the calm they could not replace. There is a reason you feel a subtle change in the energy. A reason your intuition has been whispering that something is different. That whisper is not random. It is confirmation. The union that once felt uncertain is now being accelerated. Not recklessly, but purposefully. Every lesson you both had to learn is finding its completion. Every misunderstanding is being softened by understanding. You have carried patience in moments when it was not easy. You have chosen hope when it would have been simpler to give up. And that strength has not gone unnoticed. The peace that is coming is not just about being together, it is about being together in a way that feels stable, mature, and deeply fulfilling. No more guessing games. No more emotional confusion. Just clarity and intention. Something beautiful is about to be revealed, and it will not arrive with chaos. It will arrive with calm certainty. They are realizing that you are not just someone who appeared in their life by coincidence. You are someone who fits into their future. Someone who brings balance to their world. Someone whose presence feels like alignment rather than effort. There have been nights when they lay awake thinking about what life would look like without you, and that thought did not bring relief. It brought emptiness. That realization has been powerful. It has stirred something deep within them. A decision is forming. A commitment is growing quietly but steadily. Heaven is rushing this union not through pressure, but through awakening. You might wonder how this will unfold, how the silence will turn into action. The answer is simpler than you think. When clarity becomes undeniable, action follows naturally. And they are reaching that point. The hesitation that once slowed them down is being replaced by determination. The confusion that once clouded their judgment is being replaced by vision. Stay a little longer with this message, because what comes next matters. There is a conversation approaching. A moment of honesty. A space where truths that were once hidden will finally be spoken. Not dramatically. Not impulsively. But sincerely. And when that moment arrives, you will feel the difference immediately. The tone will be softer. The intention will be clearer. The peace will be tangible. This union is not about perfection. It is about alignment. It is about two hearts that have grown through distance, matured through reflection, and are now ready to meet each other with deeper understanding. The rushing you sense is not chaotic. It is divine timing accelerating because both of you are finally ready. You are stepping into a season where love feels lighter. Where reassurance replaces uncertainty. Where commitment feels natural rather than forced. And the one you care about is stepping into that same season. That is why things are moving. That is why peace is coming. Do not let fear speak louder than faith in this moment. The story is not ending, it is shifting. The waiting is not wasted, it has built resilience. And the connection is not fading, it is strengthening beneath the surface. Something huge is waiting for you, not in the distant future, but in the unfolding present. Very soon, you will look back at this phase and understand why it had to happen this way. Why the pauses were necessary. Why the silence carried lessons. Why the delay created depth. And when you see the full picture, you will realize that nothing was random. Everything was aligning toward this union. Peace is not just coming around you. It is coming within you. And when inner peace meets shared commitment, the result is powerful. This is not a fleeting emotion. It is a foundation being laid carefully and intentionally. Heaven is not rushing recklessly. It is guiding wisely. Remain steady. Remain open. Remain ready. Because the next part of this journey will reveal how the realization transforms into action, how the quiet awakening turns into a bold step forward, and how the union you hoped for begins to take tangible form. Stay till the end of this unfolding story, because the moment of confirmation is closer than you think, and what happens next will change everything. The silence you have been sitting in was never empty, it was a sacred pause before something profound begins to speak. There are seasons in life when nothing seems to move, when days pass and you wonder whether the promises whispered into your heart were simply hopeful dreams. But this is not one of those empty seasons. This is the turning point. While you were waiting for visible proof, invisible alignment was taking place with precision. The emotions that once felt tangled are being untangled. The doubts that once echoed loudly are being replaced with calm certainty. And the one connected to your heart is no longer questioning what they feel. They are beginning to accept it fully. You must understand something powerful. Peace is not coming because everything suddenly became perfect. Peace is coming because clarity has replaced confusion. There was a time when they wrestled with their own fears. They worried about timing, about readiness, about whether they could truly step into something real and lasting. But growth has been happening quietly. Reflection has been shaping them. And now, the same heart that hesitated is leaning forward instead of pulling back. Do not underestimate how significant this shift is. When someone moves from uncertainty to intention, it changes everything. This is not about emotional excitement that fades. This is about grounded realization. They have begun to see your presence in their future in practical, steady ways. They are not just imagining moments, they are imagining commitment. They are not just thinking about feelings, they are thinking about building something stable. Stay with this message because something huge is waiting for you in the unfolding details. There was a recent realization that surprised even them. It happened in an ordinary setting, during an ordinary day. Perhaps they saw a couple walking together. Perhaps they heard a song that reminded them of you. Perhaps they found themselves smiling at a memory they once tried to ignore. And in that moment, a simple truth became undeniable: life feels incomplete without you in it. This realization did not create fear. It created longing mixed with calm determination. They no longer see you as a complicated chapter. They see you as the missing piece that brings harmony to their world. And that awareness is powerful because it brings focus. It brings direction. It brings courage. Heaven is rushing this union not by forcing events, but by accelerating understanding. The lessons that once needed time are now fully learned. The emotional maturity that once had to develop is now present. The timing that once felt off is now aligning naturally. You may not see the movement yet, but it is already underway. There are conversations forming in their mind. Words they are rehearsing quietly. Questions they are preparing to answer honestly. They are thinking about how to approach you with sincerity. They are thinking about how to express what they feel without hesitation. This is not impulsive energy. This is thoughtful intention. And here is what makes this once in a lifetime. They are realizing that opportunities like you do not appear twice. They understand that genuine connection is rare. It cannot be replaced by distraction. It cannot be recreated artificially. It is either recognized or lost. And they do not want to lose it. Don't skip this, because what you have waited for is closer than it has ever been. There was a time when both of you needed distance to grow. Without that space, the connection might have felt overwhelming or unclear. But now that growth has taken place, the distance has served its purpose. And instead of pushing you apart, it has refined the bond between you. They have reflected deeply on your character, on your loyalty, on your patience, on the way you remained steady even when circumstances felt uncertain. They see your strength differently now. They admire it. They respect it. And respect is the foundation of lasting union. Peace is coming because they are no longer running from their own emotions. They are stepping toward them. They are acknowledging that what they feel for you is not temporary excitement but something rooted and meaningful. They are recognizing that the calm they experience when thinking about you is not random. It is alignment. There may have been external opinions, voices that tried to create doubt. But those voices are losing influence. What matters now is the inner knowing that keeps returning. The quiet certainty that whispers, "This is the one." That whisper has grown louder. Stay till the end, because this story is moving toward a beautiful reveal. The rushing you sense is subtle but steady. Circumstances that once complicated things are simplifying. Schedules are opening. Opportunities to reconnect are appearing. The tension that once felt heavy is dissolving into calm anticipation. They are imagining what it would feel like to speak openly with you again. To clear misunderstandings. To rebuild trust where needed. To create new memories that feel lighter and more secure. These thoughts are no longer scary to them. They feel hopeful. There is also a deeper spiritual awakening happening within them. They are beginning to understand that certain connections are not random encounters but meaningful alignments. And when they reflect on your journey together, they see the patterns. The timing. The lessons. The growth. It all points toward reunion, not separation. You may have asked silently whether this was truly meant to be. Whether the waiting had a purpose. Whether the love was real. The answer is unfolding now. The waiting built resilience. The silence created reflection. The distance matured both hearts. And the love remained steady beneath it all. Something extraordinary is approaching, and it will not arrive with chaos. It will arrive with calm assurance. There will be a conversation that feels different from the past. Words spoken with clarity instead of confusion. Promises expressed with sincerity instead of uncertainty. This union is being rushed because both hearts are finally prepared to handle it with wisdom. Not with impatience. Not with fear. But with intention. The foundation is stronger now than it would have been before. Imagine the moment when you see the shift in their eyes. When you hear the steadiness in their voice. When you feel the authenticity in their approach. That moment is closer than you realize. And when it arrives, you will recognize it instantly. They are no longer distracted by temporary options. They are focused. They are intentional. They are aware that peace is not found in constant searching but in recognizing what has already been placed in their life. You are not chasing this union. You are aligning with it. And alignment does not require force. It requires readiness. And readiness has arrived. There will be clarity where there was once confusion. There will be reassurance where there was once doubt. There will be warmth where there was once distance. The emotional climate is changing, and it is changing in your favor. Stay grounded. Stay open. Stay patient just a little longer. Because the next step is not far away. The realization they have reached internally is about to translate into action externally. Peace is coming not only in your relationship but within your heart. The anxiety that once surfaced when you thought about them is fading. In its place is calm expectation. A quiet confidence that something beautiful is forming. You are stepping into a season where you no longer question your worth. And that shift alone transforms the dynamic. When you stand secure in yourself, the right union meets you at that level. This is not coincidence. This is alignment accelerating. The union is being rushed because hesitation has lost its power. Clarity has taken its place. Something huge is waiting for you, not in fantasy, but in reality shaped by growth and maturity. The story that once felt uncertain is moving toward resolution. And the resolution will feel peaceful, not dramatic. Continue to hold your heart steady. Continue to trust the quiet progress unfolding behind the scenes. The one connected to you is closer to stepping forward than ever before. Very soon, the waiting will feel like a distant memory. And you will understand that every pause, every lesson, every moment of doubt was preparing you for this stable, intentional, and peaceful union that is now rushing toward you with calm certainty. There is a sacred momentum building now, and it is no longer subtle. It is purposeful, steady, and undeniable. You have reached a point in this journey where the energy has shifted from uncertainty to movement. The waiting season is thinning out. The confusion that once felt heavy is dissolving into something softer, something clearer. And even if you cannot see every detail yet, you can sense it. There is a quiet anticipation in your spirit, a calm expectation that something meaningful is about to unfold. The one connected to your heart is no longer standing at the edge of indecision. They have crossed an invisible line within themselves. A decision has been forming, not rushed, not pressured, but formed through reflection, honesty, and growth. They have replayed memories of you. The laughter. The conversations. The comfort. The understanding that felt effortless. And with each memory, the realization grew stronger: peace is not somewhere else. Peace is with you. Don't skip this part of the story, because something huge is waiting for you in the unfolding clarity. There was a time when fear had influence. Fear of timing. Fear of vulnerability. Fear of whether they could truly show up in the way this union deserves. But fear has lost its authority. Maturity has replaced it. Self-awareness has replaced it. They are no longer asking, "What if this doesn't work?" They are asking, "What if I let something extraordinary slip away?" That shift changes everything. Heaven is rushing this union not through chaos, but through alignment. Events that once seemed unrelated are now connecting like pieces of a greater design. The lessons you both had to learn separately have prepared you to meet again differently. Stronger. Calmer. More secure. They have been imagining conversations with you. Honest ones. Clear ones. Conversations where they say what they truly feel without holding back. And the tone in those imagined moments is not desperate, it is steady. It carries conviction. It carries readiness. Stay till the end, because the next revelation is deeper than you expect. They have realized something rare. You bring out a version of them that feels authentic. Around you, they do not feel the need to pretend. They do not feel the pressure to perform. They feel understood. And that kind of connection is not easy to find. It cannot be manufactured. It either exists or it does not. And with you, it exists naturally. There have been signs along the way. Small reminders. Subtle confirmations. A dream that felt vivid. A memory that surfaced unexpectedly. A moment of stillness where your name crossed their mind without effort. These are not coincidences in their heart. These are awakenings. Peace is coming because resistance is fading. The walls that once stood tall are lowering. Not dramatically. Not all at once. But steadily. They are recognizing that protecting themselves from love also meant blocking joy. And they no longer want to live guarded. They want something real. Something grounded. Something lasting. And you are the one they see when they picture that future. There was a specific turning point, an internal one. A moment when they looked at their life honestly and asked themselves what truly matters. Status fades. Distractions fade. Temporary connections fade. But the thought of you remained. Solid. Persistent. Meaningful. That is not random. They have started to consider practical steps. How to reach out. How to rebuild consistency. How to show through actions, not just words, that they are serious. This is not fantasy energy. This is grounded preparation. You may have felt tired at times. Tired of wondering. Tired of hoping. Tired of analyzing every small detail. But the energy is shifting in your favor now. The need to chase is dissolving. The need to question is fading. What remains is a calm knowing. Something once felt distant. Now it feels close. There will be a message. A call. A meeting. And when it happens, it will not feel forced. It will feel natural, almost as if it was always meant to happen at that exact moment. The words spoken will carry depth. Not surface-level charm, but sincerity. They will acknowledge the past without dwelling in it. They will focus on the future without fear. This union is being rushed because both hearts are finally aligned in intention. They no longer see obstacles as reasons to walk away. They see them as challenges to navigate together. That mindset is powerful. It transforms everything. Instead of asking whether it is worth the effort, they are asking how to make it work. Stay present in this unfolding, because something extraordinary is forming beneath the surface. There was a time when silence felt like distance. Now silence feels like preparation. When they think of you now, there is no confusion. There is clarity. They recognize your value deeply. They respect your patience. They admire your strength. And here is what is surprising even to them: they feel calm when they imagine committing to you. Not anxious. Not pressured. Calm. That calmness is confirmation. Peace is coming because peace has already begun inside their heart. They have let go of comparisons. They have stopped measuring this connection against others. They see it for what it is, unique. There is no replica. There is no substitute. There is only this. Don't skip this moment, because the next step is significant. They are gathering courage. Not reckless courage, but steady courage. The kind that comes from knowing you are ready to choose something meaningful. They are no longer running from vulnerability. They are stepping toward it with intention. When they approach you next, you will sense the difference. The hesitation that once lingered will be absent. The clarity in their eyes will speak before their words do. You will feel that something has matured. The rushing of this union is not about speed. It is about timing finally aligning. Everything that once delayed it has served its purpose. Growth has happened. Healing has happened. Reflection has happened. And now, movement is happening. There is also something deeper at play. They have realized that your presence brings balance to their life. When things feel chaotic, thinking of you brings steadiness. When doubts arise, remembering your strength brings reassurance. You are not just someone they care about. You are someone who feels like home. Home is not just a place. It is a feeling of safety. A feeling of being understood without explanation. A feeling of peace without effort. And they feel that with you. Stay with this message, because the unfolding is beautiful. The next conversation will not be about the past alone. It will be about vision. About what can be built. About how to create something stable and intentional. They are thinking long-term now. Not in vague dreams, but in practical steps. They are asking themselves what kind of partner they want to be. What kind of foundation they want to create. And your name continues to surface in those reflections. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. You may have doubted whether you were truly chosen. But the truth is becoming clear: you are not just wanted, you are recognized. Recognized as the one who fits into their life with harmony. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not built on illusion. It is built on growth. Very soon, you will see the evidence. A shift in tone. A shift in effort. A shift in consistency. The peace you have longed for will begin to settle over this connection like a gentle sunrise. And when it does, you will understand why everything had to unfold in this order. Why the waiting strengthened you. Why the distance clarified things. Why the silence matured emotions. The union that is rushing toward you now is not fragile. It is refined. It has been shaped by time, by lessons, by introspection. Remain steady just a little longer. Remain open. Remain calm. Because the next chapter is not about uncertainty, it is about commitment taking shape. The one you have been thinking about is ready to step forward with sincerity. The hesitation has faded. The clarity has settled. The peace has begun. And as this union moves from intention to action, you will realize that what felt delayed was simply being prepared perfectly. Stay till the unfolding reaches its full expression, because what is about to manifest will feel grounded, peaceful, and deeply fulfilling in ways that exceed what you once imagined.